been very blessed with some wonderful horses, but Flightline's different. He's been called one of the fastest horses ever.
The fact that we have a horse that's in this position, we are very grateful for this opportunity because we know it doesn't come along every day. We have a horse really on the precipice of true greatness.
Flightline goes in, all set for the TVG Pacific Classic. And there's the roar from the crowd as the field for the Pacific Classic sent on their way. They all came away to an even beginning. Extra hope on the inside, Country Grammar in the white colours right there. Let's see, a quarter of a mile to go in the Pacific Classic. Flavion Pratt and Flightline are an embarrassing lead. It must be 15 lengths as they turn for home now. And take a good look at this, because you're not going to see this too often, maybe never again. Flightline, 20 lengths clear. Flavion Pratt takes a hold and canters in the TVG Pacific Classic.
The next stage is the world stage. I'd like to think we sent a clear message to some of those other really top-end colts. I'd say life is great.
In Lexington, Kentucky, the horse capital of the world, if you ask anyone from around here, the Breeders' Cup World Championships at Keeneland. All of us could witness history today. Yes, his name is Flightline, a horse of a generation and then some, maybe the best that we have seen since Secretariat. A perfect 5-0 in his career, each victory more impressive than the last. He has a chance to prove it tonight in the $6 million Classic. It is the Breeders' Cup World Championships.
I've always said the Breeders' Cup at Keeneland, it's just superb. So I endeavored just to be a fan all week, and I was just, I couldn't wait to get up in the morning and come see this dude train and all the good horses. To have them all at the same venue at the same time is really over the top good. Everybody knows that we're about ready to see something spectacular. I think he's the first horse that's really captured the attention and the imagination, especially in the social media world. So it's just been really cool to see. There was a story about him in The Athletic, in the New York Times. So I'd like to think that we're pushing out into the real world, so to speak.
He is absolutely the best that I have seen in my lifetime. I think that we may see today the best day in American racing. The prospect of him pulling off what I'm praying for because of American racing. He's the shot in the arm that we've needed for a long time. He's a superstar.
I mean, look, we're all emotional because we know that Flightline, he's been a gift for all of us and all of our families. But I think more importantly, he's been a gift for the industry worldwide. I love the fact that I've gotten calls from all over the world that I can't wait for Saturday afternoon to see Flightline. Thank you, everyone. All right, now we just have to go win the Breeders' Cup Classic. No easy task. Come on.
It's been great. A lot of talk about Flightline. As we get closer and closer, it's getting a lot more intense, and this is the horse we've always dreamed of. Well, I had some back surgery about 3 weeks ago, and I feel great. My doctor's here at the race, so I feel great knowing he's here with me. Oh, I cannot get excited. Terry can't jump up and down around me, so he's gonna have to be very careful.
4:29. They're bringing the horses out of the paddock now. If you want
Let's
me to
go.
get her in, I can get them in.
Yeah, let's go.
Terry's actually my dad, so I'm sure you can tell by the resemblance. But if you looked at his Twitter search and they counted how many times he searched for Flightline, it would probably be in the thousands. In all seriousness, I think he's held it together pretty well today. After the race, it might be a little bit different. I know it's not too sunny out, but I'll probably put my sunglasses on during the race for that reason. So, right.
Runs in the family.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
buddy.
Good luck. You too. I don't think we've had the pleasure to meet. This is my son Ryan, by the way. Everything should be said's already been said, and we just get locked on and enjoy it. We're good to go, baby. That comment that you made at the end of the year, right before the Malibu.
Yeah.
That got people thinking,
Yeah.
Costa, and I just thought it was really cool to kind of keep coming back to that.
Yeah.
America's horse.
Right. He loves this track. He traveled well, and he seemed to have enjoyed his stay here at Keeneland. So, looking forward to a nice day. I've always said he's the America's horse, so now everybody gets to see him in the whole world now. So that's going to be fun. Flightline showed up to every challenge, and he'll show up again today.
Hi, Bill Derek. How you doing?
So good. I'm so excited.
Sarah, good to see you, Sarah.
This is
You too.
Flightline West Point. Remember I told you all about that?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations. I love what you do.
Well, I've been doing this quite a while. So I have I'm not a nervous guy. We've been sitting up there for 5-6 hours, so it's been a long day. We're glad it's finally here. There's not a lot we can say this late in other than, let's get going.
You ready? Come on. I haven't seen you all week.
Oh my gosh. I am so hoping for you guys. Oh my God. Look, Jerry.
Feeling good? I'm ready to get this thing on, and I just can't wait to see the Flightline, and that we all know, and I think we all have Flightline fever. And to think that people talk about Secretariat in the same breath of a horse that we're part of, I just hope we can do Secretariat proud.
They're all in line. We're ready for the start. They're off. And the 39th Breeders' Cup Classic. Flightline broke very well. Life is Good goes out to the early lead. Flightline will be second early on, and Hot Rod Charlie came out running in third. Epicenter is guided to the inside, then Olympiad, followed by Taba. Rich Strike is second last, and Happy Saver the trailer. And it is Life is Good and Flightline, and they're going at each other early on. Let's check out this half mile. It's going to be quick. It was 45.47 seconds. Life is Good up the backstretch in front by 2. Flightline continues to sit second up the backstretch under a patient Flavia Pratt, who just took a peek behind. They've opened up 9 lengths on the rest of the field. Hot Rod Charlie is next. Now, beginning to move on the outside. Life is Good by a length. Flightline on the outside second. 8 back to Hot Rod Charlie. Then Taba to the outside. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Life is Good and Flightline hook up as they turn for home. And Flightline takes off. Flightline has gone right by Life is Good and comes into the final furlong with a 3-length lead. Life is Good trying to cling to second. Taba is third, down to the 16th pole. It is Flightline. It is mind-tingling, jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring, Secretariat-like Breeders' Cup Classic win. He won it by 8 lengths on the wire. And then it was Olympiad, followed by Taba, and Rich Strike was fourth. No doubt about how great he is. Flightline is awesome.
euphoria, adrenaline. My husband jumped up on the chair. He never does that. He's always the one that stays sitting down. The cheers.
How's the back?
The back, I'm not feeling any pain right now. He's just a spectacular horse, and we're so very proud of him and John and the whole team. He's the horse of a lifetime. He's America's horse, and exactly what we needed for horse racing.
They've been doing it since, the year I was born, which is 1991. So, to see them reach the pinnacle of the sport with, a horse that can arguably be the greatest horse we've ever seen, I think that's pretty special. I got married this year, so I have to say this is the second happiest day of my year, and it's a pretty special day.
He has trained good, he's raced incredibly, as we all know, and he's just been phenomenal, but it's horse racing, and you just never know. I'm so happy for John and the family and the partnership and the barn especially. They've worked so hard.
Like, I'm reinvigorated to keep giving back as much as I can to the industry, and we will always be and always try to do the right thing. And we can never pay him back entirely for what he's given us, but we can sure try, and I'll commit to Flightline on behalf of all of us. He's just, he's been a gift from God. I will tell you, I usually don't like to bring up my personal life, but 16 years ago I stopped drinking. On November 5th, 2006. To anybody out there who's struggling, like, you can beat it if you can put it down, and you can work on your sobriety. Dreams do come true. The destiny called on Flightline, and Flightline had the ultimate answer.